Each week, from across America, 2 families are chosen. This week, the Dussault family from Colorado. Mom Crystal has coached 13-month-old Kaylee to win pageants since she was 3 months old. She's already racked up 12 titles, including Best Personality, Best Smile, and Swimwear. Crystal cleans and heals and has only once let husband Tim see her without makeup. They believe kids need competition and push son Kyle to be #1 at everything. And the alternative Smith-Snyder family from Washington. Feminist mom Esther is a doctor who works 100 hours a week and spends all her free time as a rough, tough roller derby powerhouse. Stay-at-home dad Eric supported his wife through school and now spends all his time with daughters Rowan and Willow, even teaching them at home where they decide their own curriculum, receive no grades, and never compete for anything. Each wife is about to get a new husband, new children,
be nice, okay?
And a new life.
Stay cute.
Child beauty pageant queen. She's like 1.
It really irritates me because you went out there and it was a joke to you.
Everything in my wiring does not value baby pageants.
We're entering Willow and Rowan into a pageant.
You don't have to.
So if Willow doesn't want to do a pageant, she's not going to?
Absolutely not.
Real homes.
I don't have anything else to say.
Esther, it's not.
I'm so done!
Real lives.
Why not just go sit down and be evaluated?
No, you don't get it. It's not happening.
Whatever, Eric, you're crazy.
Real drama.
You said that, what kind of mother was I to leave?
What kind of mother?
She's a 1-year-old.
So, you're gone all the time? You don't even put 100% effort in your family.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet reigning Colorado State pageant champion, Miss Kaylee Dussault.
Kaylee is a state champion for pageants. When Kaylee was 3 months old, I entered her in our first pageant, and she won.
Her favorite hobbies are pulling her diapers off the shelf, and her favorite food is hot dogs.
This is baby Kaylee's trophy and tiara collection, swimwear, casual wear, best smile, best personality. I love pageants. Okay, or you don't. I'm fortunate because I have beautiful babies. An ugly baby would have a big head, no hair, big ears. I start just by putting a little bit of concealer on her face. This is a baby pink. It's sparkly, so it's not too dark, doesn't make her look too old for her age. I've asked my stylist if we can put highlights on Kaylee's hair. I would just like for it to be a tad bit blonder. I'm not capable of making ugly children.
After a sparkling modeling career and winning 54 pageant trophies, son Kyle is retired from pageants at the age of 7, as 6 is the upper age limit for boys.
From the time he was born, people kept telling me that he was perfect and he looked like baby Jesus.
Crystal and Tim also believe in looking perfect themselves.
I go to sleep with my makeup on.
I've only seen my wife once without makeup. I'm glad she wears it every day.
If you had seen her without makeup, you would understand why.
You know, it's important for our family to wear name brand stuff. We don't want to go out there and look cheap.
I tan at the tanning salon. I also use self-tanner.
My wife has to look hot. That's kind of why I got with her.
Twist, Mommy.
No one's going to give you any respect when you're overweight and unattractive.
Even if I'm at home cleaning the house, I want to look my best. You just never know who's going to stop by. It is my job as a woman to be the one taking care of the children. Tim, it's his job to go out and work and provide a good lifestyle for us. It's really rare to see Tim do any kind of housework or domestics.
I just kind of sat here and watched my football or watch TV while she cooks, cleans.
Crystal and Tim believe in pressuring their kids to be winners in everything they do.
Come on, Kyle, do not get on your back. Get up. Come on, Kyle, quick.
Do it, do it.
Come on, finish.
I like being in first place and I like being the best.
Competition is important to our family because life is a competition.
I think second place is the first loser.
Go, Kyle, run! Don't look at the ball. Kyle does get tired of practice, but we got to keep pushing him, motivate him.
Kyle is required to go to college. It is something that he will do. He does not have an option on.
You cannot sit there and homeschool someone because they don't know how to act in public. And when they do get out there, they're the crazy kids.
But Crystal is about to abandon her family and baby pageant mom life to swap lives with a woman she's never met 1,200 miles away in Washington State.
You gonna go in? Yeah?
Feminist individualist Esther Smith-Snyder is one tough mother.
I'm a doctor by day, and I'm a badass roller derby girl by night.
Whoa! All girls go down!
Girls can do anything boys can do, and if you have a problem with it, you've got a problem with me.
When she's not kicking butt on the rink, Esther works 100 hours a week as a physician.
I don't ever really leave work. The kids like that I have a job, and they like the fact that I have an intense job. They wish I was home more.
I don't want to be a doctor because I want to see my kids more often.
I have 2 kids, Willow, age 9, and Rowan, age 7.
With such a demanding career, Esther relies on husband Eric, who gives her his full support on the rink and at home.
Eric is a stay-home dad because he's good at it. Thankfully, when I'm at work, I don't have to think too much about being a mom. I know Eric's got it under control and does it much better than I ever would have.
I want you to know I'm gonna make a smoothie. I put my family first, have for a long time. So over that time, I've gotten really used to communicating with children.
Eric spends all his time with the girls, as they don't attend school, but are instead unschooled by Eric.
How many 10s do we have?
32.
Nope, that's not right.
We do unschooling, which is the idea that the children sort of pick their own curriculum. Your children learn what they want to learn, and then you provide them the avenue to do that.
You're gonna try to find as many little things to take pictures of. When we go home, we'll put the pictures on the computer, and we'll try to figure out what those things are. If a child or an adult is worrying too much about being better than the next guy, they're missing a lot.
Eric and Esther also encourage the girls to be individualists when it comes to dressing.
Just because we have 2 little girls doesn't mean we want them to be 2 little stereotypical princesses.
We have Rainbow Day, and we'll have Leopard Print Day. I like to allow my children to express themselves through their clothing. My thinking about my appearance deteriorates as the day goes on. By the end, like, there's a pencil in my hair, my sleeves are rolled up, probably because I've spilled something on myself by then.
It's the day of the swap, and both wives prepare to leave their lives behind. What do they hope to bring to their new families?
I can teach another family how to push their kids to be the best that they can be and look good doing it. Stay cute. Bye.
I want to bring this family a reminder of how strong women can be.
Bye, Mom.
Remember, be proud of who you are.
After a journey of 1,200 miles, the wives finally get to see where they'll be living for the next 2 weeks.
Looks like one of the developments where like every 4th house is identical, but maybe like in a slightly different shade of beige.
It could be really cute. It has potential, but they obviously either don't have time or they don't care.
Before they meet their new families, the wives get a chance to explore their new homes.
Everything really goes. This is like a really, really well-coordinated house.
Is this their furniture? Is that all we have? It's a garage sale chair, something left over from college, and hand-me-down from Grandma.
Ah! Child beauty pageant queen. She's like 1.
And 1 roller skate. I haven't seen those since 1980-something.
A trophy for a child who still has a changing table in her room. For swimwear.
Are you kidding me right now? A little girl has to wear these.
For the first week, the wives must live by the rules of their new family. Each wife has written a manual as a guide to the running of their homes.
My kids have been doing pageants since they were born. Baby pageants are kind of bizarre.
I've been a roller derby girl for 2 years now, and it's great to let out all my steam from working 100-hour weeks. No wonder her house is a mess.
I believe people judge you on your appearance. They do. It's one of the things that sucks about people.
In our family, it is Eric that is the nurturer and the homemaker, and I am the go-getting breadwinner. Is this guy neutered?
If you're not a winner, you're a loser. Life is one big competition, and the faster kids learn that, the better. I couldn't disagree more.
I believe that children should have an absolute independence and choice. That's why Eric unschools Willow and Rowan. What does unschool mean?
Crystal Dussault and husband Tim enter their 13-month-old baby in beauty pageants and believe appearance and winning are the most important things in life. She swapped lives with Esther Smith-Snyder, doctor by day and rough, tough roller derby chick by night, who relies on stay-at-home husband Eric to raise their 2 daughters. For the first week, the wives live by their new family's rules. Later, they get to make some changes.
Always wanting to be first just makes you a bunch of losers in my book.
We're a bunch of losers?
It's the moment of truth. The wives are about to come face to face with their new husbands and children.
Hi, Willow. I'm Crystal.
Tim Dussault, nice to meet you.
And you're Eric? I'm Crystal.
Baby Kaylee.
Hey, Kaylee.
This is Kyle.
You're gonna go on skates.
Maybe you guys can teach me how to roller skate? Mm-hmm. The girls were in mismatched outfits and their hair wasn't done, and it just doesn't seem like they wanted to make a great first impression on me.
Appearance is everything to our family.
We're not people who value appearance in my house.
No? No. We'll be teaching you some stuff then.
She was bruised up, cut up. I'm not looking for that in my wife. I need her to look pretty. I need her to stand out, not look like she was beaten by somebody.
Tim, who expects his wife to look hot at all times, immediately gives Esther her new wardrobe.
And then you got always your hooker boots. My wife loves them.
Did you hear what you just called those things?
Yeah. And then, well, bam, you got some makeup. We want to be the center of attention. We want people to say, that's a beautiful family.
It is important to Tim that other men see his wife and want her. It's really disturbing.
In Washington, Crystal's barely had time to meet the family when she must head off to a roller derby practice with Esther's teammate, Sparkle.
So, we need to start getting ready.
Sparkle looks tough. I'm scared.
No, we're not weaving. Stay in low. Hey, girls! Here's the new Esther!
Right now, I would rather just be getting to know Dad a little bit more and getting to know the girls a little bit more, because I really don't know much about them yet.
Let her in the middle of the pack, guys.
I don't want to. There we go.
There's no shame in taking a knee.
We're staying low.
I understand it's okay to do something for yourself, but as much as she's away from her family for work anyway, definitely wouldn't be my first priority to do this. If she had the extra time, or if she was the one that stayed home with the kids all day, I could see her needing an outlet like this.
In Colorado, Kyle has a wrestling match, and it's Esther's job to cheer him on.
The reality is, if you don't push them, you're going to lose, and we want them to be winners.
Come on, Kyle. Whoa, keep
It was really intense watching that. It's a 6-year-old boy in tears. When families get so intense about sports, it can lead to ugliness.
I got first with that one. Then there's another first place.
How would you feel about yourself if you didn't win?
I would feel really sad.
Your daddy's gonna love you whether you win or not. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Do you worry about that at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. These parents are so scared of their children failing that anything less than winning first place is a tragedy.
It's the first morning of the swap in Washington. The girls and Eric are still asleep, and a parents-conscious Crystal has only 5 minutes to get ready before heading off to Esther's job as a chief resident.
Well, I was actually gonna try to save a little bit of time with my hair and just throw it up like Esther would, but I'm gonna take the time to curl it and put in my hair extensions, and I don't care if I'm late for work. The patients can wait. As a mom, I would rather be up making the kids breakfast and getting them ready for the day rather than leaving this early in the morning without seeing my children. Hi, I'm Crystal. I'm the new Esther.
We're actually expecting you to be here a little bit earlier. Esther shows up right on time.
Takes me a little longer in the morning to get ready than it does her.
At the Dussaults, Esther must make sure the kids look perfect. And after spending an hour on hair and makeup, it's time to clean the house.
You ever been on your hands and knees scrubbing your floor?
No, I've seen it done.
Keeping the house clean and taking good care of the children, you wouldn't be satisfied by that.
Absolutely not. The men are the stronger, like, masculine ones, where the female's more the feminine one.
What does it mean to be masculine?
Just strong.
What does it mean to be feminine?
You know, looking pretty.
I thought it was incredibly sad that he thinks so little of men, that they can't be good care providers to their children.
You know, cavemen, the dad would go out there, work, and mom would stay home, cook, clean, and take care of the kids.
When's the last time you took down a mastodon?
They've been extinct forever, though.
At the Smith-Snyders, Eric has spent the day unschooling the kids.
Repose in action.
When Crystal gets back from work, she's curious about how much they've learned.
Let's say that Willow decided that she wanted to grow up and be a doctor. You feel like the education that they're getting now would be enough for her to be able to get into medical school.
What might happen is that they would go to a college where they didn't have grades.
The children are ultimately suffering for this because they're not gonna know who they are. They don't have any goals. They don't have any direction.
We're dealing with someone who puts her children in beauty pageants. You know, her opinion of my children is...
In Colorado, Esther spent the day getting 13-month-old Kaylee a manicure, then making sure the house is pristine. When Tim gets home from work, she must next hit the home gym to keep herself looking good.
We believe we have to maintain because, you know, I don't like overweight people, and she doesn't like overweight people.
You don't like overweight people?
I'm not attracted to them, no. Would I be attracted to you out on this if I met you? No. Fat girls need loving, just not by Tim. So.
Your standard for beauty requires a woman to be blonde, size 3. Like, what if she became allergic to peroxide and she wasn't so blonde? Would she stop being attractive to you?
I don't think she uses peroxide, but.
Is she really that blonde?
She is.
I really.
Look at Kyle.
Like, where do you think that $140 goes to at the salon?
Nails.
How about the tanning? Tanning is genuinely unhealthy.
I love that dark skin tone.
It's more important to you than an increased rate of cancer.
I don't see a whole lot of people dying from skin cancer.
You don't work in a hospital, do you?
I got plenty of, I know enough people, and they've never died. Esther needs to understand, my wife sold me that package of who she was, and she needs to maintain that package. I love the blonde look, and that's the way it needs to stay. I'm not gonna go there and grow a mullet.
Can't believe the things that come out of that man's mouth. Crystal might find out that she's just another trophy. And, you know, those tend to get replaced with age.
In Washington, Crystal is trying to discover why the girls aren't encouraged to compete.
Have you ever done any sports before?
Nope. I don't think it's too important.
I mean, my gut's just telling me that the kids aren't in sports because it's a lack of motivation on the parents' part. And I think that Eric likes being in this little world at home where he doesn't really have to go out into the world and he doesn't have to expose the kids to that. The girls, really, I think that you're doing a huge disservice to them. You don't want them to be the best that they can be.
I want them to be the best that they can be, but life isn't a big contest.
Actually, it is. When my son's out in the work world, you know, if you're up against a promotion when it comes to somebody else and you're the one that's giving 100% every day, he's going to be the one that's getting the promotion at the end. And that's what he's taking from practices, from games, from sports, and from being a winner.
You realize that there are many careers that don't rely on just stepping up the ladder. There are scientists who work in the field by themselves, and that's
such a secluded, like, bunch of people. I think that Eric is a social outcast, so he just shields himself behind his kids and uses them as an excuse to not have to go out into the world and into the public. Eric just doesn't learn to let go of these girls. They're gonna have problems.
In Colorado, it's beauty pageant day, and 13-month-old Kaylee, who's never lost a competition, prepares with a beauty nap. And it's Esther's responsibility to ensure she wins.
What you're doing with your baby is a heck of a lot like a dog show.
Comparing baby Kaylee to an animal really bugs the crap out of me. You know, I don't compare Esther to a dog because she doesn't shower every day. I don't say she's a monkey for not showering.
Next we have Kaylee Jane Dussault.
Yeah.
Kaylee, clap!
Kaylee is 1 year old and she loves music.
Esther hasn't been trained to walk baby Kaylee out there like she needed to be. Baby Kaylee's the most beautiful girl out there, and I'm hoping that'll raise the points up enough to make up for Esther's mistakes.
And our overall winner for tonight's pageant is Savannah.
I feel badly that Kaylee didn't win. I tried really hard. Like, I really honestly was trying to win.
Baby Kaylee didn't take first. It's just hard. It's hard to lose.
Second place isn't good. It's important to be the best.
I think Esther made a mistake that probably cost her the whole tournament.
In Washington, doting mom Crystal has spent all week working at the clinic, and spending so much time away from the kids has taken its toll on her.
If I was her, I'd just rather be home with the kids. I'm honestly I'm feeling really uncomfortable. And it's just like way out of my element.
When Crystal gets home, she confronts Eric.
Why isn't Esther home? Why aren't you out working?
Because she's the breadwinner. You think that I need to have a vagina in order to watch them. I don't. That's just screwed up.
She runs away twice a week to do roller derby when that can be extra hours.
You ran away from your 13-month-old.
For an experience. I'm only away from them for a specific amount of days. I'm not away from them for 100 hours a week.
I'm not away from mine at all.
Whatever, I'm not talking anymore. That was completely below the belt. You know, talking about me leaving my 13-month-old baby. I'm not away from my children for 100 hours a week, so you know what? I'm the better mom in this, and she's selfish, and he's never gonna see it.
At the Dussaults, Tim is still upset about Kaylee's loss at the beauty pageant, and he confronts Esther.
It really irritates me, because you went out there and I could see in your facial expression that it was a joke to you.
I totally admit to sucking at being a pageant mom, but I gave it everything I had.
But at the end of the day, is it you losing or is it baby Kaylee?
Like, it's not something that I value. I can't do it. Everything in my wiring does not value baby pageants.
Why can you not value any of that? That's what I don't get.
Life is not about winning. Life is about what you do for other people.
It's the difference that you make in people's lives, not the plaques on the wall, not the trophies.
Today, everything is about to change in the Dussault and Smith-Snyder households as the new wives take control.
I think I'm like an alien life form to Tim right now. It's the person from the land where they don't care about appearances.
Eric is nowhere near my idea of a man. He doesn't work, he doesn't provide for his family, he doesn't run this household. His wife runs this household.
The families are summoned to the rules change ceremony. It's time for the wives to lay down the new rules, which the families must obey.
Eric, you're hiding at home with your girls. That doesn't make you a man, it makes you a wuss. I'm not working anymore, and now I'm going to be the mother that Willow and Rowan need.
What do you guys think of that?
I don't know.
Tim, you call yourself a supportive parent, but you're just plain pushy.
Always wanting to be first and not caring how you get there just makes you a bunch of losers in my book.
We're a bunch of losers? You're totally wrong, Esther. Our kids are gonna be achievers. In 10 years, you can see these kids are gonna be somebody.
Eric, do you really think your wife could have become a chief resident if she got the education you're giving your girls? This week, the girls will be tested to see what level they're really at.
I'm not necessarily gonna go along with it.
Winning isn't everything. So from this moment on, competition is banned. No more dressing up your daughter to be paraded around in pageants. She'll get some new clothes, and she's going to be a miniature feminist.
She doesn't want it. Ask her.
Eric, Esther gets to go out, do roller derby, and hang out with the girls while you're just hiding in the house becoming less of a man. I have arranged for you to join a men's sports team.
If my kids can come with me, that's great. I'm gonna have to be with them.
Tim, I've had enough of cleaning up the house around you while you sit around and play the big man of the house. So this week, you're gonna learn how to be a stay-home dad. You'll be responsible for doing all the domestic.
Isn't cleaning more for females?
Willow and Rowan, you girls are very pretty, and your faces look like they might be symmetrical, so we're entering Willow and Rowan into a pageant.
Oh no, I don't want to.
First of all, you don't have to if you don't.
So if Willow doesn't want to do a pageant, she's not going to?
Absolutely not.
Okay, all the trophies will be removed from the house. This week, I'll show you how to engage in physical activity that doesn't have a winner or a loser.
Isn't life a game, though?
No, life is not a game. I totally disagree. Life is not a game.
It's part of the game.
Girls, you're going to be training for a competitive cheerleading team.
Whoa, that would be fun, but I'm not doing the pageant.
We're gonna do them both, and it's gonna be a blast.
Tim, if you undermine any of my rules, you will go to the penalty box. So you better pay attention, or we'll put you in a pair of shoes like the ones you made me wear,
Yeah.
or label you with a ribbon.
So this is a competition?
At the Smith-Snyders, Crystal enforces her first rule and gives Willow and Rowan a girly girl makeover.
Willow, the socks really don't go with the skirt and those sandals, so I got you some different sandals to wear with that. When they're clean and their hair's done, it looks like they're cared for and they're kept.
Crystal is trying to dress the girls in a way that she feels will be most accepted by the world. All she freaking gives about is what she looks like and what her children look like. That's it. That's as deep as it gets. And that's freaking gross.
In Colorado, Esther has banned competition, and in an effort to get Tim and Kyle to stop focusing on winning, she's ruled they box up their trophies.
Your football trophy?
Are you trying to make him feel bad? Because that sure as hell looks like that's what you're doing.
You know, I know how much work Kyle put into a lot of these, and just to take them away from him.
Wasn't he in these competitions for the experience of them?
Well, he did get the experience, but he also wanted the experience. You don't feel that you're taking that away from him at all?
I think he's okay. He's fine.
At least I get to play is all I want.
There we go.
I'm pissed and I'm heartbroken. I know that it hurts him inside. I'm gonna go downstairs, grab a trophy for each of my kids and be proud of them. And you know, I don't care what she makes me do.
You wanna play a game? I'll play right back with you.
You know, this represents I'm a champion for my kids.
Your kids didn't care, it's all about you.
It's not just about me.
He doesn't care about the trophies being in his room this week. It's all about you.
It's not.
I don't want to talk about it.
Esther, it's not.
I'm so done!
Tim doesn't have the respect for me to try to learn something. You know, I lived by his rules and I gave him very little crap. How dare he? Honestly.
It's the first morning after rule change at the Smith-Snyders. The whole family is up early to primp, and Crystal has ruled the girls, who are unschooled by Eric, be evaluated to compare their educational level with other kids their age.
We're gonna go have the kids evaluated today for the education level, find out where they are. And
I'm sorry, I should have been clear with you before on that, but that's the one thing that's not happening.
Why not?
I don't care if they're at the level where they're supposed to be
Okay, if you don't care and they're not, great.
You know, but they don't want to do it. I don't want them to do it.
Because you're scared. If you're honestly doing all that you say that you're doing with the girls every day and they're such intelligent creatures,
They
so
are.
why not
You
just
know-
go sit
you
down
know
and
they
be
are.
evaluated?
No, you don't
Let's
get it.
do
It's not happening.
Whatever,
You're-
Eric, you're crazy. Get a life for your kids, if not for yourself.
It's far more important to me that Willow and Rowan enjoy learning and see learning as life. I could care less what reading level they're at.
He doesn't want to know that his children are not getting the education that they need. And he's scared for the rest of the world to see that. Because he's going to look like a failure.
In Colorado, Esther has ruled that the Dussaults skip their usual primping routine, dressing Kaylee in a feminist t-shirt and banning brand-name clothes to teach Tim to be proud of his family no matter what they wear.
I think you're thinking it's wrong to have labels.
No, it's not wrong to have labels. It's wrong to be really, really focused on labels. As your wife, I was your accessory.
When we walk in, we're hand to hand, so I could call you like a purse.
Tim was willing to compare me to a person in front of America. Women are objects to him. I am no man's accessory. Do you want Kaylee to grow up and be somebody's accessory?
I think Kaylee will be someone's accessory. I don't think Esther understands society judges people. You have to look good. You have to follow traditional stuff. That's just society, and that's what it tells us to do.
In Washington, Eric, in an effort to show Crystal education is a priority, has summoned the girls for an impromptu math lesson. But Crystal is anxious to begin pageant training.
Hey, girls. Let's go outside and practice for your pageant stuff.
You know what, Crystal, I need to do some math right now.
We have specific things that we have to get done today in order to get to the pageant.
You know what? I don't feel like you have much respect for me and my family. I don't see why I should have much respect for you.
You're impossible. I'll wait for them outside. I just feel frustrated. Eric is such a weenie. He's dumb. He's an idiot. He's the stupidest person that I think I've ever met in my entire life. He's weird. He's creepy. Yeah, I want to go home. To sanity, to normal people.
At the Dussaults, Esther's having trouble convincing Tim appearance is unimportant. So she's now ruled that just like Crystal, he has to clean the house looking hot, wearing stiletto boots.
Wear them while you clean the house.
Look at
Not
that.
so bad. I can do this. Wow, your calves would be huge. Feel like a grasshopper.
After hearing everything Tim said, to see him in the hooker boots, on his knees, scrubbing the floor, it was a beautiful moment. Do you think that maybe it's a little over the top that Crystal feels like she needs to look perfect when she's doing the housework?
I don't know how she does it. It's tough. It made me realize that it's not easy walking in those boots, that's for sure. And it's gave me a lot more respect for what Crystal does around here.
In Washington, Crystal has ruled she'd take Willow and Rowan to a modeling agency to give them a sense of independence and confidence for their upcoming pageant. But Eric insists he's accompanying them.
Eric, if you want to wait here, I'll take the girls back. This is usually what Mom does.
Do you want me to come with you? Okay, okay.
Because I'm trying to guide the girls. I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. And he just wants to be right there, smothering them. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you having fun? Let them be.
My name is Willow.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Willow. Very good.
Good job.
Thank you.
You know, you can do things without them, Eric.
Like, I want my kids to know that you're not in total control of them.
I'm starting to become convinced that it's about Eric not being okay without his children.
At the Smith-Snyders, Crystal has so far been unable to convince Eric he and his daughters need time apart. She's ruled that she, Willow, and Rowan go to a competitive cheerleading class. But again, Eric's determined to tag along.
Eric, I'm gonna take the girls out to cheerleading.
I just want to sit on the sidelines.
Okay.
I am a little bit insulted by the fact that he doesn't trust me. I am not going to physically harm these children in any way, and everything that I'm trying to do has good intentions behind it.
Girls, did you all have fun today?
I had a fun time. And part of it was like this, and then it went like that, and then it went like that.
You did an excellent job. Do you think they did good, Eric? It was nice to see them enjoying themselves.
Proud of them. Yeah, they did great. It was definitely nice to see them having fun in this situation. Unless they're asking me to, I don't need to be physically attached to them during every single experience they have, you know.
At the Dussaults, after her success showing Tim how hard it is for Crystal to clean in heels, she urges him and Kyle to make a list of things they admire about Crystal that have nothing to do with her appearance.
We're gonna have you guys write down, I love you because...
I love my wife because she's hardworking.
Beautiful.
She supports us. I'll put them up and you hand me the tape.
All right, that works for me. By hanging up those things, it shows that we love her more than just on her outside. We love her for who she is on the inside, and we want her to know that. See how it's all connected?
Perfect.
In Washington, after seeing the benefit of Crystal's rules at the cheer lesson, Eric has finally agreed to leave the girls behind and follow Crystal's rule that he spend time with other adults playing a game of flag football.
All right.
Great. Do it. Game on.
Go, Ryan, go. He's got it. He's got it. Down.
I wouldn't normally go out and do this with a bunch of strangers, you know, but yeah, it was a blast. Make sure I get some adult interaction just so I can tend to that aspect of my mental health.
Almost had you. Good job, Matt. Good job.
In Colorado, Esther decides to tackle her biggest challenge yet, ruling that Tim play a non-competitive sport, roller skating with Kyle.
You've never done this before, so you don't have to be good at it. No, hurry. Are you feeling done?
Yeah.
But you can't just give up.
We don't have to force it. He doesn't have to be good at everything.
You gotta encourage
Kyle,
these
if
kids.
you had your choice, would you keep wrestling?
No.
Do you want to amount to something when you grow up?
Yeah, but I'm not a grown-up and I like to play.
He does have time to play, though.
Do you have lots of time to play, Kyle?
Not very often. We always have football practice, wrestling practice.
I got really frustrated that Esther let Kyle quit. How many people out there say, hey, thanks, Dad, for letting me quit that sport when I was 7? That really meant a lot to me. Nobody does. When it's tough, you gotta push them. You wanna try again? No.
In Washington, with Eric on board, it's Willow and Rowan's big day, as Crystal has ruled they compete in their first ever pageant.
Just make sure you smile, okay? Keep your head up.
I liked getting dressed up and putting makeup on and putting nails on.
Our next contestant is Willow. She is 8 years old. Tell me something that is special about you.
I like my mom and dad, I don't know.
And Rowan, do you have a favorite pet?
My cat.
And the winner of the new Young Miss Lily pageant, the title goes to Brooklyn.
I'm very proud of you guys. You did excellent.
Even though my feelings about pageants are pretty negative, I think it was really important for me to support Willow and Rowan and make sure that they had fun.
Today I was able to relax and have a little more fun because it was the girls' first pageant. It was nice to be a little more relaxed and not feel all the pressure that I generally feel, you know, for the kids to win, and just be able to enjoy it a little more than I generally do.
At the Dussaults, after Tim's attempt to push Kyle while roller skating, Esther is curious to see how he's affected by competitive sports.
I was wondering if you could paint a picture about how you feel when you wrestle.
So, what does it say there?
Sad.
Esther takes the painting to Tim and encourages him to talk to Kyle.
Are you really enjoying wrestling?
Wrestling's just not my sport or kind of thing.
Well, okay. Well, thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you too. It was really tough telling my dad that I didn't want to wrestle anymore.
Crystal and I need to kind of talk to Kyle and see what his opinions are before we really force him into doing things. And, you know, maybe we encourage him, but we don't force him.
At the Smith-Snyders, after seeing how much the girls enjoyed the pageant despite not winning, Crystal has been reflecting upon her own life.
I put a lot of pressure on my kids to win at everything and do the best at everything. And, you know, just being with the girls yesterday and seeing how much fun they had, and they didn't win, and they were still fine with it. There was some times with Kyle where I would get upset with him if he didn't win. And I would, you know, sometimes yell at him or be angry with him, and it's not fair to him. He's just a kid, you know? But we just get so wrapped up in winning that it's hard to remember why we're really doing it.
Crystal decides to celebrate the girls' achievements over the last week.
I just wanted to tell you guys thank you for letting me come and stay with you. I want to give you this trophy.
Thanks!
You've had such a great positive attitude, and you've been really encouraging with everything that I've asked you to do. You want to stand back and see what they look like from the door? They look pretty, don't they?
They're big. Makes me think I was a big champion.
You are a big champion.
It's the final day of the swap, and the wives prepare to return to their families.
I hope I've taught this family that winning isn't everything, and I hope they have more fun. Time to say goodbye. I miss you.
I really hope that Eric takes away from this experience that it is imperative that he makes time for himself, and it's okay to be his own person and be a parent. You're so beautiful.
The couples are about to be reunited. It's judgment time as the couples finally come face to face across the table.
I think I actually fell to my knees when I realized I was in the house of somebody who actually puts their baby in pageants. I didn't like putting makeup on a baby, nail polish on a baby, because I never would have done those things to my own children.
You don't do anything with your children.
That is a really silly low blow that has almost no basis in fact.
Really, because their hair's not done every day. They put on dirty clothes in the morning.
And then
they go for days on end without taking a bath. Their feet stink.
I deny none of it and have no problem with it.
Okay, let me know when reality sets in. If you're working that much, it's hard for me to respect what you're trying to do, because when you're not working, you should be with the kids.
I don't think that I'm an unusual person in thinking that it's okay that I have some time that's actually dedicated to myself. I don't think that that's wrong.
I don't either, but my thoughts is that you should want to be home with the girls instead of roller derbying.
I'm not worried. I think we're doing a good job.
From what I read in the manual, and then from when I was asking Eric questions, I was completely confused on exactly what unschooling was, and I didn't feel like I got like a good solid answer. Like, I really thought that you were taking it as a game and you weren't taking it serious, and I'm like, you know what? I left my family and my year-old daughter. Then we had the conversation outside, and you took a low dig and said that what kind of mother was I to leave?
Oh, that's horse. What kind of mother she is for leaving? No.
She's a 1-year-old.
So, you're gone all the time? You don't even put 100% effort in your family.
It is the one moment that I regret.
Well, why'd you say it?
Regardless of how I might feel, I owe Crystal an apology. I realized that there was something that I could learn from it, but I wasn't taking it like 100% seriously.
It seemed like you guys had an awfully high bar.
I don't think it's too hard to maintain who we are already.
It's just so very important to you, and that it feels kind of superficial.
It probably is. I'm a superficial person. I'm not scared to admit it. I am. I can't. How could I deny that? How could I deny it? Well, of course, you know how pageants are very important to my lifestyle with my children. The girls had a blast. They walked with confidence. They smiled, and neither of them placed or won. But it was still such a fun time. It really made me reflect, because I've been doing pageants with my children for so long now that I realized that I've sucked the fun out of them, because Kaylee has to be perfect. There's been times that I've said things to Kyle like, you need to do better, and I've yelled at him for not performing up to my standards. And, you know, I really think I owe a 7-year-old an apology for that, because
It's fun. We made it.
After 2 weeks apart, the wives are about to be reunited with their children.
Willow and Rowan competed in a pageant.
And that was great.
We love you because you're smart, loving.
oh, I love that one.
A few weeks after the swap, the cameras returned to see how the experience had affected the family's lives.
Welcome to our inner beauty pageant. Willow said that she wanted to have a pageant for kids to express themselves how they want. So we did that. It was good fun.
My name is Willow. I'm 9, and my favorite color is blue and green.
I really want to celebrate children for what they are on the inside, not what they are on the outside.
Everybody's a winner!
Very responsive face, though.
Since the swap, I enjoy going out of the house and having some fun without my family every now and then. Esther and I joined a gym, which is great. I wouldn't say I'm buff yet.
Do you sometimes get worried if you don't win because I'm gonna yell at you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to tell you that it's not gonna happen anymore, okay? From now on, it's gonna be all about fun.
I love you so much.
All right, babe, Kaylee, look, here's where we're gonna put the oil. You gotta make sure you change it every 3,000 miles. I'm teaching baby Kaylee about auto mechanics. She can explore different options in life. You know, if she wants to become a doctor, I'll support her 100%. But she's gonna shower every day.
You know, I've learned I can be casual and clean the house, that I don't have to have high heels on. I still do the majority of the household chores, but if I ever need any help, sometimes he jumps in and just starts helping.
You know, it doesn't hurt me to do some of that stuff around here, and I'm glad to help you. Now, why and how do you do the chores in these?
You do have really nice legs, though.
You guys like it at work?
Yeah.
I love pageants because I get to be on stage and everybody gets to see how beautiful I am. And they clap, 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 clap for me. I'm a champion because my mommy buys me the cutest dresses and I have such a great personality that I show the judges everything on stage. The best feeling about being a beauty pageant winner is when I win lots of money. Clap, Kay, clap. Clap, yay, Kaylee.